With that, we would like to welcome one Beto O'Rourke to our show. He is joining us now. Sir, thank you so much for being here. So we just heard, and you heard from Governor Abbott opposing any move to defund the police, saying your position goes even beyond that movement. How would you respond to what you just heard the governor say?
Nothing that he just said or that your listeners just heard him say is in any way true. What the governor's very good at is using scare tactics like these or taking photo opportunities like the ones that you just featured. What he's terrible at is delivering for the people of Texas. For example, violent crime has gone up on the governor's watch at the same time that the clearance rate for violent crime, like murders and rapes, and this is from the governor who said he was going to eliminate rape, that's actually declined from 70% to 50% since he has become governor. And when sheriffs and police chiefs asked him not to sign a permitless carry bill into law that would allow anyone to carry a loaded firearm on the streets, he did so anyhow. He turned his back on law enforcement and made our communities less safe. All of that has happened on his watch. As governor, I will make sure that we fund police and sheriffs for the resources that they need, complement that by focusing on mental health access and addressing issues like homelessness in our communities so that cops and sheriffs and deputies can focus on stopping violent crime, investigating violent crime, and solving violent crime. That should be the #1 responsibility that we focus on.
And as the pandemic stretches on, vaccine mandates are becoming a central issue for so many people. What is your position on the current legal proceedings?
Let's allow local leaders to do their jobs. Greg Abbott has prevented county judges, mayors, school districts, and principals from protecting the people in their communities. It's why we have 76,000 Texans dead and counting, and why this week we just learned that Texas leads the country in the number of children in hospitals with COVID. It's because they literally are not protected in their classrooms. We need a governor who follows the best public health guidance, the science, and the facts, not one who's consumed by the polls and his faring in the Republican Party primary. As governor, I'm going to focus on keeping us safe and saving lives.
All right, we want to pivot now to the state power grid. We are in the midst of winter, and more than 100 Texans, as you well know, died last year during that terrible freeze. Do you think the state has taken enough steps to ensure something like this never happens again? And what would be your plan to shore up the power grid?
Abbott not only failed to protect us from the last winter storm when hundreds died and millions lost power, but since February's storm, he's done nothing to protect us against the next one. ERCOT themselves, the folks who manage the grid, say the next time we have severe or extreme weather, we're going to have up to a 40% shortfall in our energy needs. That means more lights will go out, more heaters will go out, more pipes will freeze, more Texans will be in danger of literally freezing to death in the energy capital of North America. Here's what I'd do. I'd make sure that every part of the electricity grid is weatherized, including the gas suppliers who got a free pass under Greg Abbott because they've donated millions of dollars to his campaign. I'd make sure that we're interconnected with the national grid so that when we need to draw down power in an emergency, we can do so. And I'd make sure that we're not asking ratepayers to foot the bill. Every single utility bill that you get going forward is going to have an increase to clean up Abbott's mess. That's the Abbott tax that we're all paying. Instead, as governor, I'm going to make sure that ratepayers have resources to fix their damaged homes and to make sure that they can invest in weatherization so that they need to draw down less power and energy going forward.
All right, Beto O'Rourke, we certainly appreciate your time this afternoon. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.